Everything's safe.
Good evening. Is this available? Yes, it is. Please leave me alone. We are sleeping. No more contacting, please.
Then why?
Contacting.
Yeah.
I know I'm no longer interested. Please stop contacting me now. I will contact Attorney General if you do not stop. The
Thanks. The thanks. Nice. I saw this guy in a video. I don't know if you've seen this. We'll have to cut this from the clip.
Oh boy, military action, Ned.
It's been a while since I've seen this.
Goddamn Australians!
I think we're fighting Canadians.
Canadians, Australians, what's the difference?
Yeah, this uniform makes me feel like a tough, brute man, Mr. Hat. It sure does, Mr. Garrison. Oh boy, I can't wait for our first shore leave so I can
Mr.
get
Hat
me
has a
fucking
little
poontang.
uniform too.
Pay attention! Tomorrow night is the USO show for all you troops. There will be celebrities, followed by the execution of Terrence and Phillip. After the show, we will finally be sending ground troops into
Ground
Canada.
troops?
So let's strategize. Map!
Here we go. Here's the strategy.
Our sources have told us that the Canadians are preparing for our invasion, so we must use caution. Each battalion has a specific code name and mission. Battalion 5, raise your hands. You will be the all-important first attack wave, which we will call Operation Human Shield.
This
Hey,
is
wait a
your
minute. Now keep in mind,
your
Operation Human Shield will
thoughts.
suffer heavy losses. Battalion 14, right. You are Operation Get Behind the Darkies. You will follow Battalion 5 here, and try
Did
not
you
to
hear
get
what he
killed for
said
nothing.
there?
Are there any questions, men? Yes, soldier.
Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
I don't listen to hip hop.
After that, we will march into the heart of Canada, and we will... Oh, what's wrong with this thing?
Saddam Hussein.
It's fucking Windows 98. Get Bill Gates in here.
Bill Gates.
You told us Windows 98 would be faster and more efficient with better access to the internet.
It is faster, over 5 million.
All right, men, get lots of rest. And
He
when
just
Raj is
killed
home,
Bill
bring it
Gates.
round.
Greeley, take cover in the trench!
Definitely not. They could not get away with this.
Right, men.
They called it Get Behind the Darkies. That's insane.
Shield up front, then Operation Get Behind the Darkies. Remember, Human Shield, protect our tanks and
Remember
planes, too.
Human Shield. Oh,
Holy mother,
they had
who's
them
the man?
strapped to planes.
All right, squad.
What is
Just like
this?
I told you.
Afghanistan?
1, 2,
You some people gonna die?
3.
What the...
Good job,
Operation
Operation
Human
Human
Shield,
Shield.
My God.
This is the leftists of today. They're causing the war and they're like, what? Us?
But we didn't want
Oopsie.
this. Where are you going? We're going to find our boy.
Yeah, you're going to find another Joe Biden is what you're going to do. That was funny. Yeah, they couldn't do it today though. Definitely not.
Occupation.
Gladiator.
Did you kill last week?
No.
Did you try to kill last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now listen, this is your last week of unemployment insurance. Either you kill somebody next week or we're gonna have to change your status. You got it?
Yeah.
Sign here.
Did you try to kill somebody? Yeah.
Next. Occupation.
Stand-up philosopher.
What?
Stand-up philosopher. I coalesce the vapor of human experience into a viable and logical comprehension.
Oh, a bullshit artist.
That'd be a
Did you bullshit
politician.
last week?
No.
Did you try to bullshit last week?
Yes.
Comicus! Comicus! Comicus!
Back in the line. Back in the line.
He's not in line. He's not in line. He's my agent, Swiftest.
Agent.
Good news. I just got you a job.
Now that you're working, you won't be needing this.
Wait a minute. That money is mine.
I'm sorry. I'm on my wine break.
He just got the job, though.
Dopus.
Dopus. Alright. That was interesting. Oh.
You only have 10,000 power. You got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got 5 million power in just one day? Did you cheat?
You wish. I chose the Japanese civilization when I started out. They have
Nice.
a 5% resource gathering speed bonus and 30% scout march speed up. Upgrading your resource gathering in the early game stage can increase the rate of resource acquisition, so you can upgrade and develop your city faster than others.
So what advantages do you have in battles?
Late in the game, I switched to the Roman civilization. The Roman infantry has a 5% defense bonus, so they have more health. They also have a 10% food gathering speed bonus, which increases the intake of resources. City building and soldier recruitment go smooth as silk, and all my battles are won. Easy as pie.
Loser.
What
the?
Glory once more.
Was that an actual commercial? That looked like it could have been a freaking actual commercial. And it even says terrible ad, Rise of Kingdoms. Wow. That is terrible. Here's my idea of a terrible ad, okay? Let me show you how it's done. Juicy fruit. Maybe it's not 90s. Maybe it's 2000s. Juicy fruit. They know what's up with cheesy commercials. Oh wow, that's loud.
Get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya.
Sweet. New Juicy Fruit, sugar-free. Sweet.
There you go. That's my kind of ad right there. Rise of Kingdoms. You can't. Yeah, old adverts are definitely sus. Is it this one? Rise of Kingdoms ad number 11?
I thought you were on the business trip. I missed you.
I've got 80 million power in Rise of Kingdoms, top 10 in the server.
80 million? How'd you do that?
Listen,
I'm also the alliance leader of the top-ranking alliance. We're recruiting now. Want to join?
Hey, bro, can I join?
Oh no.
Babe, let me explain.
Oh, it's a
Choose
short.
Rome when you start out and use its gathering bonus to acquire resources and
You
train
mean this
troops.
is something else? Is it this one?
Michael, you can't beat your wife. Of course I can. I have over 5 million power.
5 million power. Wow. You got a video? Let's do it.
Hello, Marco. So I'm doing this video in my truck right now because my wife is in the house.
Now she wants
is
an apology.
Really upset with me. And that's because
He's wearing
last
Carhartt.
night I cheated on her. In her dreams. That's right. I didn't physically make contact with another woman. I did it in her head. You see, last night we was in bed and we was asleep, and all of a sudden I feel her going, and then I hear her scream, "I hate you!" And I was like, well, that's interesting, you know. So this morning I wake up at 6:30 like I do every morning. I walk around to her side of the bed and I tap her on her knee and I say, "Baby, it's time to get up." And she goes, "Don't touch me." I'm like, okay, maybe she's just ill. She ain't no morning person. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna do my thing, and then I'm gonna come back out and I'm gonna try to wake her up again. So I walk back out the bathroom, I tap her, on her back. And I say, baby, it's time to wake up. And she gets up and she throws a shoulder into me as she is walking into the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's up with her, but I'm gonna go into the kitchen and cook some breakfast and make her some coffee to see if it's just a caffeine issue.
Coffee.
So I go into the kitchen, I'm cooking the breakfast. Well, I can hear her stomping from the bathroom all the way to the kitchen because, you know, that's what y'all women do when you're mad. You want to stomp like a T-Rex.
So true.
To let us men know that something's wrong with you.
As if us guys can't stomp our feet too.
There. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to open the can of worms. I might regret this. But I said, what is wrong with you? And she looked at me and she said, last night you cheated on me. And I was like, baby, I was in the bed with you. I got home at 9:30. You've seen me all day. How was I cheating on you? She said, oh, no. You cheated on me in my dreams. I cheated on you in your dreams? She was like, oh, yeah. I walked in on you, and you was standing right here, and you was making out with the waitress that we had at that restaurant last week. You remember the
making
brunette
out
with the
isn't
blonde
cheating,
highlights?
but it is frowned upon.
No, I don't remember. I don't even remember what I ate at that restaurant. I don't remember. And she was like, oh, well, you was making out with her, and you was grabbing her butt. And I was like, so you're mad at me because I
you
cheated
dreamt
on
that.
you in a dream. And she said, oh, yeah. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? You want to go to marriage counseling? You know, I've been faithful to you for 7 years in reality, but because I cheat on you in a dream, now you want a divorce? And she was like, no. She was like, but I do want you to apologize. I was like, all right, so let me get this straight. You want me to apologize for cheating on you, not in reality.
That's easy.
Not in the real
I'm sorry,
world,
baby.
but in your
It
dream.
might happen
And she
again
said,
in your head, but
that'd make me
rest
feel
assured
so
it's
much
only
better,
ever in your
and it
head.
would help me regain my trust in you if you told me that you're sorry. Your trust in me? Are you kidding me right now? Fellas, I'm going to tell you, prepare yourself.
Trust.
Because it's going to happen to y'all. Every woman has a dream that her man cheats on her. So one of these days, y'all going to be out in your truck contemplating on what you should do. Whether you should go and apologize or if she's going to serve you divorce papers because you cheated on her in her dream.
Divorce papers.
God bless y'all. I love you.
Alright, let's see this other one.
So I'm going to walk you through the steps that I would use to sketch a graph of a polynomial function. These might seem daunting at first because it's not always intuitive what the graph's going to look like, but what we can actually do is take each term and type them into Wolfram Alpha.
What?
There's literally no movement going on in this fucking tumor. Like, it is just two photos, two still photos. Oh wait,
yeah,
I
still
call it a tumor.
photos.
I mean a video. There's no movement going on in this video.
My ears don't again.
Sponsor. Yes, I actually got sponsored. Okay, so today's sponsor is a small YouTuber by the name of Axel Dobbins. Thank you for really reminding me of old YouTube content back when YouTube was about you, not fucking Jimmy Kimmel. If you enjoy this type of content,
Start to
I highly
finish.
encourage you to check out
You
Axel
crazy,
Dobbins'
bro.
channel on YouTube. The link will be
No,
in the description
you're
below
just bored.
and in an info card. Now
I had
back
that
to
exact
regularly
laptop
scheduled programming.
after I had a compact.
Okay, so this next one is so low. I refuse to believe this
You
visual
regret
hate
every
crime
minute.
is a legit noise intro. Next to Gamers Nation.
Yeah, I think I'm done already, but thank you for sharing anyway. I appreciate you. Just maybe not that clip specifically. I can see why you feel that it's cringe and such. Pain and cringe. My eardrums hurt from it. A song, huh?
Yo, it's Friday night. Who you trying to fuck?
You look real good.
Who look good, shawty?
Dora the Explorer.
She look good.
Dora the Explorer, Dora the Explorer. Bitch look good for a 4-year-old.
Oh my god.
Dora the Explorer.
Wow.
Bitch look good for a 4-year-old. First name Dora, last name Explorer. She look good for a 4-year-old. That's not illegal, cause she's an animation. And I'm a
An animation.
ass over
Yeah.
Come and shake that little pussy on my dick. First name Dora, last name fuck. Bring that little pussy over, shake it on my cock. Explore this dick, explore these balls, explore my body,
Explore
and
these
I'll
balls.
explore your halls. Bitch, Dora love it when the nuts hanging out. Diego on the sidelines trying to suck my balls too. Shit.
Diego.
If you really wanna
Nobody
suck
watched
my balls,
Diego.
I can swing that way, cause you looking kinda cute as well. Explore my asshole with that monkey character that nobody knows the name
The
of.
monkey
Purple
character.
Backpack looking cute on your back. You know what else I wanna see on your back? Another backpack, cause I know you like to coordinate. Dora, 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 Dora. I bet your pussy look like Pandora.
Look like Pandora. That's funny. Oh, it's not even close to done. They got a whole nother verse. That was funny. Is it just beat from here? That's too much beat in the end. They should have kept going. I got one for you. E equals MC. This is better. This is a classic YouTube music video. One of the originals.
Yeah, I'm back, bitches. Women are equal and they deserve respect. Just kidding, they should suck my dick. Vagina, vagina. I wanna have sex with your vagina. Vagina, vagina. 2 + 2 = vagina. My love is like lightning. It gives girls orgasms. My dick is like an airplane. It gives girls orgasms. I'm the Wayne Gretzky of sexual stuff. I'm the Hulk Hogan of slamming muff. I'm the Indiana Jones of exploring crotch. I'm the Shakespeare of enormous cock. I'm the Helen Keller of having sex. No, wait, that's a bad example. Why did my penis cross the road?
To get to the other vagina.
Vagina. I wanna have
She is
sex with
4,
your
that's
vagina.
true. It's way more inappropriate.
Vagina.
This one has more jokes though.
E equals MC vagina. I've got a present for you right here.
Just kidding.
Actually, it's not a present. It's my penis, and I like to call it the spear. Cause spears are long and hard, just like my penis. I don't like it when you talk, cause that just means you're not sucking my cock. Love is for girls and gays. If you wanna be with me, it goes one of 2 ways. Either you have sex with me,
Or you have sex with me.
I have really good sex moves that I learned in China.
China.
I'm a sexual tiger, and I feed on vagina.
He does have that sexual tiger outfit though, doesn't he? That's a sexual tiger outfit right there. Especially with the tucking in.
Vagina. I wanna have sex with your vagina. Vagina.
I gotta dress like that more.
Vagina. What time is it?
It's vagina.
What's the difference between a girl's mouth and a girl's vagina? There is none. I want my penis to be inside both of
Those things.
I'm a good sex man. Girls love my sex. I'm a good sex man. Cause my sex is the best. I'm like Jean-Claude Van Damme. But instead of fighting people, I have sex with them.
Wow. Did you see that? That was like Dukes of Hazzard. This guy's a champion. What time is it? It's vagina. That was great. Not a song, he just writing a resume to sex workers. True. Yeah, that's his resume. He's got good sex moves that he learned in China. What time is it? It's vagina. Alright, Stendel's pond should be safe. Park the horsey in the pond. Dr. Shame. Rhetorical state. Rhetorical.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as Sarah Palin? How does it feel to be the same sex as Michelle Bachmann? How does it feel to be the same sex as anybody you disagree with?
Yeah.
Why does it even matter whether or not I'm the same
Yeah,
gender
why
as
does it
somebody
matter?
else? I mean, I'm also the same gender as Abraham Lincoln Einstein and the guy who introduced chocolate to the Western world. So what are you even getting at with this question? Are you trying to say Donald Trump is bad and Donald Trump is a man, therefore men are bad?
Why do you hate
Yeah, that's what
rom-coms?
they're trying to say,
Or do you
but
just
it's
feel like
stupid.
you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
The
Men hate
Notebook is
romantic comedies
terrible.
for the same reason you hate video games with over-sex.
Did you know that Ryan Gosling was selected to be the main love attraction in The Notebook because he's not particularly attractive, because he's incredibly average looking, and yet as soon as he's in the movie, women, oh my god, he's so hot. No, actually, he was chosen because he's not so hot. That's the point. Jesus.
Sexualized female characters. The men in these movies are always willing to sacrifice their careers, their dreams, and even their lives to win the lead.
Rom-coms are always really creepy too, like stalker creepy, and women in real life don't like stalkers, so
Lead females' affection. Now, I don't have any empirical data to back this up, but it seems to me that romantic comedies and romance movies in general cause women to have unrealistic expectations of men and what love should be like, and these become the expectations that men have to live up to. And
well,
it's
it kind
unfair.
of
Feminists like to bitch about poor representation of women in media.
It's
and
kind of
particularly men
psychotic,
because
really.
They promote body image issues and shit like that. And I agree to at least an extent. But it's not any better for men when we're expected to be Prince Charming, ready and willing to sacrifice ourselves physically,
yeah, they love
mentally, and
things that make
emotionally.
them
We're
worse
called
off.
selfish for daring to
It's
have our own
not
desires,
good.
or even misogynistic for
They're like,
daring to draw
I love
attention
it.
to our
Ha
own
ha.
problems.
It's
These
ruining my
movies
life.
appeal to the
Ha.
female fantasy of having a knight in shining armor swear their entire existence to pleasing them, and thus reinforce these notions within their target audience of women like you who
Yeah,
somehow
like
deserve and should
there's two
expect to
good
have your
rom-coms
boyfriends and
out there.
husbands give up everything that makes them who they are and basically dehumanize themselves for your pleasure and devote 100% of their time and
Dehumanize,
energy
yes.
to you. The fact that some of you watching this are scoffing at what I just said only proves my point. You have fooled yourselves into thinking that I'm somehow the one who's being selfish when I object to the notion that men should be expected to cave into all of your demands
Yeah,
for the sake of
exactly.
your perverted, idealistic conception of love. And I have no doubts that some of you will accuse me of being bitter at some ex-girlfriend for saying that, but I'm not, and I will preemptively characterize such an argument
bitter
as
at all.
an outcropping of the very mentality that I'm talking about. You expect all of your demands to be catered to, and any man who is unwilling or unable to cater to them must have something wrong with them. Us men are human beings with our own interests and goals, and it's selfish for you to expect us to give all that up for you. But these movies...
Now, he forgot that they went from saying white men to all white people, all men. And it happened really quickly. Really freaking quickly. So now it's not white men. Now black men get to get crapped on. Brown men, white, Asian men. I consider Asians white because they look white. You know, come on, they're pretty well white. But yeah, like all white people. So white females and males, and then all males too. It's wacko.
Movies condition you to expect exactly that.
He missed that part.
And that is why we hate romantic comedies. We don't see anything romantic about them. What we see is the reinforcement of unfair and unreasonable expectations about what we should be doing with our own lives. Also,
yeah, brown men definitely.
Why do you
already
make women
get shit
sit
on.
around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Brown men probably actually get it the worst because at least black men have the current movement that's happening with BLM and everything, right? So at least there's some camaraderie and stuff going on there and whatnot. But there's not enough going on for the brown community.
I don't know. Maybe you should be asking the people who write the romantic comedies you like so much, because those are the movies which
Check
have women
upload.
sitting around talking about men.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
better
7
yet, instead of
years. He
complaining
was
about
probably
how
ahead of
writers
the
depict
time then.
women in their movies, maybe you should try being the change you want to see and write your own damn movie. Then
This
you can
all
make the female
started about
characters sit
7
around and
years
talk about
ago,
whatever
though.
you want.
That's what's funny.
Like how men are oppressing them, or how men are objectifying them,
It's
or how
been
men are
7
such
years
pigs,
of
or how men spread
insanity.
their legs too far apart on the subway, or how men hate romantic comedies. There's nothing stopping you. 2. You're referring to the Bechdel test, which is bullshit. All of the Twilight movies passed the Bechdel test, but I think you'd hesitate to call any of those movies pro-feminist. 3. I don't know a single guy who ever talks about boobs for hours at a time.
Not
I think the only
hours,
guys
yeah.
who do are medical students learning how to conduct mammograms. You want to know what most of the men I know talk about? Movies, video games, politics, religion, music, sports, cars,
Stuff,
boats, technology, work, guns, hunting,
Life.
places they've been to, people they've met, and so on. The subject of boobs actually rarely ever comes up. Contrary to
True.
what you may have been told in your women's studies class, men don't think about sex constantly. If we did, we would never have invented the camera equipment you use to make this video. 4.
True.
If anybody is talking about boobs for hours at a time, it's feminists. You're the ones who are always whining about the designs of fictional characters, complaining that Batgirl's tits are too big. In all honesty, the only time I ever even think about a comic book
The
character's
females
tits is
look
when I
too
hear a feminist
female.
bring
It's
it
like,
up.
what?
So I think maybe you're projecting.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
I don't. In fact, some of my favorite movies and TV shows have female leads. I don't know a single man who has ever scoffed at the notion of watching a movie or TV
Never.
show just because it has a female protagonist.
Never.
However, I have seen feminists scoff at anything with a male lead.
Why are you surprised when
Not just movies either, but games like Tomb Raider was a massive success, not just because Lara Croft had triangular boobies.
women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
I'm not surprised when women are funny. There are plenty of funny women out there.
She's probably not
Siobhan
funnier
Head,
than me.
Virginia Stewart, etc. But I will say that, in general, women are not as funny as men, and I think most women will agree with that statement. I also think there's a reason for this. See, if you understand what humor is and how it works, which I'm guessing you don't because you're feminists, then you know that the things that make
She
people
looks
laugh
like she
often
wants
have
to
their roots
chew
in
my
very
head
dark
off.
subject matter. To quote the amazing atheist,
These people who are fucking offended by rape jokes don't even understand humor. They think of humor as like a happy thing because humor makes us laugh and laughter makes us happy. But a lot of the times they don't seem to notice that what we're actually laughing at is quite dark and morbid.
Yeah.
If you actually look at it and examine the jokes and look at the exaggeration and try to figure out the mechanics of how the joke works, why does it work, you're gonna find
Most
that a lot
jokes-
of jokes have their genesis
Yeah, most jokes need to have parts that are controversial so that it builds properly and stuff.
in pain and suffering. Because laughter is this great transcendent tool we have where we can take something that's bitter and difficult to comprehend or deal with and make it something funny. Like if I take a joke like, how many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just beat the room for being black. You know, that joke has its genesis in some very serious, very dark shit. And that joke is not making
But they can't
light
beat a room.
of the
That's
fact
what's
that
funny.
people have suffered, or it's not making light of the fact that people, you know, marched in the civil rights movement, or that people are racially discriminated against, or police brutality. It's not making light of any of that. What it's doing is it's taking that pain and it's taking that dark subject matter and it's helping us transcend it for a moment and view the absurdity of our circumstance. Because
Definitely,
that
exactly.
is what humor is supposed to do.
That's the
Humor
joke.
at its best takes the elements of the world that are dark and horrible and shows you their absurdity.
Like the dead baby
it shows
jokes.
you the absurdity of the human condition, and that is important.
see, men are
Not
socially
anymore,
conditioned to not
apparently.
talk openly and honestly about their feelings, which I will talk more about later. And that's why we cultivate a sense of humor. The only way we can really talk about the things that upset us is if we do it through the filter of comedy. But women have the privilege to not be subject to such social conditioning, and so they don't feel the need to cultivate a sense of humor, and that's why women, in general, aren't as funny as men. That isn't to say that all men are funny, or that all women are unfunny. It's just that, in general, men are funnier than women. I'm sorry, but that's how
True.
it is. Also, no. I rather strongly doubt that you're funnier than me, and it's not because you're a woman. Just judging by how you look and talk, I'm willing
Yeah,
to
the
bet that your sense of
talking,
humor
her
boils down to saying
cadence.
something rude, and then following it with, just kidding. I mean, I'm not the funniest person in the world, but if you think of yourself as the funny one, you probably lack the objectivity to realize that everybody else in your circle of friends probably thinks of you as the annoying one. Just kidding. Actually,
Facts.
I'm not.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Probably because you do shit like text us 50 times in the space of 1 hour and slash our tires when we dump you after you accuse us of cheating because you saw our sister's name in our call history. Also, what shit could you possibly have to do? Pluck your eyebrows to the point where they're so unnaturally clean around the edges that they look like they're drawn on? Spend your husband's money on more frumpy sweaters? Buy a tub of Ben & Jerry's and watch Glee? Or write more inane questions for men to answer because you're so lacking in self-awareness that you can't figure out the answers for yourself?
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Go ahead and sleep with as many people as you want. I don't give a shit. And once again, I don't know anybody who would. The only time I would care is if I was dating you, because if you told me you've been with 20 other guys before I met you, I would naturally assume that there was something wrong with you if you've been in so many relationships and
yeah, exactly, or that you have a STI.
Likely to be carrying an STD.
That's
and I think
it.
It's perfectly reasonable for a woman to view men who have slept with a lot of other women the same way. Also, who's congratulating men for sleeping around? I don't see any guys walking around with trophies for fucking everyone they've met. It's not like having sex with easy women is some kind of achievement. Furthermore, I would say that most media portrays men who do that as assholes who should be looked at with contempt. I mean, Glenn Quagmire isn't exactly portrayed as a model citizen. By the way, studies have found that the majority of people who slut-shame women are other women.
Exactly. Yes.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
Why do you consider a man a douchebag if he doesn't call you back 3 days after he meets you, but desperate if he calls you the next day?
In what world does no mean yes?
No means no.
I don't know anybody who thinks no means yes. Also, this question seems to be in the spirit of the feminist notion that all men are potential rapists, which simply isn't true. I already talked about this at length in my other video, Teach Men Not to Rape is Stupid Rhetoric. Moving on.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Maybe if feminists argued with logic and evidence instead of feelings, people wouldn't think that.
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
I have never heard a man say either. I have heard women say both, though.
Why do you think that just because
This
you're
is
nice
all
to
women
me, I owe you my
manufactured.
body?
Why do you think that just because I'm nice to you that I want your body?
Sometimes I've been walking down the street hysterically
Alright, let's see if he makes new stuff. 2 years, 1 year? No, he's not making stuff anymore. Dang. Son.
I want to suck you off!
What?
What?
Did you say suck me off?
I will stick my mouth deep into your flesh and drain your fluid as it hits my tongue, watching you quiver with pain.
I'm not into this.
You are gay?
I have AIDS.
I have AIDS. Oh no. What have I done? He's like, couldn't have come from me. Food is always a hard hitter. What's in my YouTube homepage? Oh. That's a personal question, and I'm just kidding. YouTube homepage. Upcoming games, Dead on Arrival from Gaming Bolt. Rick and Morty Killer, The Bizarre Case of Denver Fenton Allen. Wavy Web Surf. Feminist Storms Off Podcast. Okay, so that guy's Vince Dow. He's a conservative Asian that they had on an Asian panel that really freaking messed things up for them. And then slowly a couple of the other Asians changed their minds on things, or at least stopped defending the leftists. And they were like, I can't believe what's happening right now. And Vince is like, yeah, I think you should get married and have kids and actually stay with your kids. It's just like, what? Video game nerd. Kid Icarus. He's one of the YouTube OGs. I haven't actually seen that one. I'm gonna have to watch it later. Kid Icarus. That's a classic. Are Sea Monkeys Real? By Picos Moss. The personal question card. Yeah. No, I respect that. It's 'cause I was actually not using that at all. I was making fun of people that use that. Saberspark. He's the only furry that I approve of currently. Turkey Tom, he's good. If you're looking for a good gaming channel, Game Ranks with an X at the end. Arlo, he's good. David Jaffe, you would like David Jaffe. You would frickin' like David Jaffe. Let's find one of his shorter videos. Call of Duty?
Well, I'm about to head to bed, and I see this tweet. Now, listen, this is crazy. This is coming from Bradley Smith at Microsoft. If you look at Brad Smith's resume, he's vice chair and president at Microsoft. Okay, so he's top of the food chain almost, right? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he's the president of Microsoft. Maybe he's the vice. Doesn't matter. The point is, he's up there. He's speaking on behalf of the company. Here's what he says.
Furry that I was
after
okay
seeing
with,
this,
but
we've
I
now
did.
signed a 10-year binding contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo. Just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty and more players on more platforms.
If I know
so the
one
official
furry,
release,
that's good.
Down below in
I can't
white
say they're all
only
bad.
mentions Call of
I know
Duty,
one.
but Bradley,
I know one.
who's in the know, actually says more than that. So I don't know if that means.
Okay, he's not being funny here. What the hell?
Xbox
Let's get to some funny.
I wonder what other titles he's talking about.
He's a funny man, but he's not being funny right now. Alright, let's see what this is.
We're gonna go.
Where you're gonna go?
Yeah.
This is just an agricultural inspection. I'm wondering where you're traveling from.
It's none of your business.
None of my business?
Yeah.
Hey, Stacy, can I get your help out here, please?
I'd like to keep driving.
I actually need to know if you have any agricultural articles on board.
No, you don't.
I do.
No.
It's my job.
We're gonna drive. We're gonna keep driving.
No.
Thank you.
See, you're free to go. Your vehicle. Oh, okay. No, your vehicle needs to stay here.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
He's refusing inspection.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep driving.
If you keep driving, I will contact the authorities and have them bring you back to the facility.
On the night of August 16th, 2015, 46-year-old Lakeport resident Bradley Feynman, along with his two sons, drove through an agricultural inspection station on Interstate 80 in Truckee, California, near the Nevada-California border, in an attempt to film a video about the constitutional legitimacy of the station. After passing through the station twice without incident, the family was stopped and procedurally asked whether they were in possession of agricultural contraband.
Do you have a warrant?
I don't need a warrant.
Yes, you do. Do you know the Fourth Amendment?
There is no search here.
Then you're not going to inspect.
Well, you're speaking of an amendment that specifies searching.
It's the freedom. It's a freedom from being inspected, searched.
Well, no.
Do you know the Fourth Amendment?
This is painful.
You're speaking of two separate incidents, or.
So in other words, I'm free from warrantless searches. Don't you understand the Bill of Rights?
I'm not going to engage in this with you.
In other words, you don't understand the Fourth Amendment.
The purpose of the quarantine system and the inspection stations is to preclude admission into the state of 29 different pests which have been quarantined after it having been ascertained that they are destructive to the crops of the state. Not only has multiple courts determined that agricultural inspection stations are constitutional under the Fourth Amendment, but they are indisputably vital to both regional ecosystems and state and local local economies.
Well, if you'd like to travel into California without the vehicle being inspected,
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly what I'm going to do.
Authorities and have them bring you back, and we will conduct.
I don't even understand the amendments completely, but they definitely have a right to make sure the agriculture is fine.
I don't care what you call it. If you open up this vehicle to inspect
something other than the.
We actually have quite a few issues here in Canada where I'm at, from people bringing things here. First of all, there's a bug from China that's causing a massive amount of damage on crops and other things. Our national squirrel has been replaced by 2 squirrels from Europe that came on boats. There's certain plants that have done damage and have been, they put these like fences around them to make sure that they don't grow, that they got these like boxes almost. So yeah, people do this here too. They bring stuff on planes, they bring it on boats. Our agriculture is on like a razor thin line sometimes.
Fourth Amendment.
No, I'm not. You might want to call it something different, but if you try to get inside this vehicle, that's a search. That's a warrantless search.
You do not have to say yes, but the conveyance will not pass this point.
Yes, it will. You want to watch?
It will. Yeah, exactly. The entire ecosystem.
So you're detaining me?
No.
So then I'm free to go.
Yeah, the ecosystem's way more important than this dude.
Okay. Am I and my property, are we free to go?
The problem is they're probably not catching all the possible pests because pests like this.
That's my property.
While an inspection is technically considered a search, there's a lawful distinction between an administrative inspection and a search executed by police officers. In the 1967 case of Camara v. Municipal Court, the court determined that because an agricultural inspection is not a search, which has as its design the securing of information which may be used to effect a further deprivation of life, liberty, or property, and the fact that it is doubtful that any other canvassing technique would achieve acceptable results, the necessity for these searches satisfies the probable cause requirements. Multiple other court decisions have affirmed that inspection stations are not
he might have some decent language, but she's in the right.
Feynman is effectively saying that his literal interpretation of the Fourth Amendment is more accurate than the plethora of legal scholars and professionals which have dedicated years to studying and understanding the law.
Well, as I said, I have other duties to attend to, so I'm going to go ahead and attend to them. If you'd like to wait here for the highway patrol, or you can wait in the parking lot. If you
I'm not waiting anywhere.
They should just have a spike strip that prevents him from going anywhere.
I'm going to go ahead and take care of my other
Okay, then we're going to go. Thank you.
I always wondered why borders didn't have spike strips for people that didn't get cleared.
Finally, okay. Let me see your ID.
No, thank you. I haven't violated any laws here.
Actually, you have because
listen,
the ag station, you violated the Food and Agricultural Code by
you
either have to go back out of state or you have to be
I actually live in the state.
Fine. Why don't you just get out? We'll talk about it. We can straighten this out, and you're on the way.
Actually, I don't need to get out of my vehicle. You can hear me.
You kind of do because I'm telling you to. You know.
Do you have a warrant?
He can kick your ass, is what he has.
Don't leave, okay?
Oh, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm a smartass, and I'm here to be a smartass to anyone I see. Huh?
If you stand up for your rights, this is what you get.
Okay. Step out of the car and with your ID.
Yeah, they found the wrong pests. Exactly.
It's not going to be nice. Come out, get a ticket.
The cop should just drag his ass out.
Violation, and you're on your way. Or you're gonna be going to jail tonight. What's your choice?
So they have a right to search my vehicle without a warrant?
No. Or you can refuse the search and go back to Nevada.
What happens now? You're going to go to jail. Depending on their age, they're also going to go to Child Protective Services.
You're threatening to take my children from me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Now he's going to double down, isn't he?
Let's write a ticket, and you're on your way. I'm trying to make this easy on you.
He is trying.
That would be easy.
It was going to show how unreasonable you're being, right?
Well, actually, I'm a free citizen. Did you guys take an oath to defend the Constitution?
Oh, so you're a constitutionalist is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Hell yeah.
What are you?
We've had problems with this before.
You've what?
What's that? Problems with this before.
You've had problems with this before?
Yes, I have had problems.
With a constitutionalist?
Absolutely.
Can you just roll down the window a little bit so I can
It's because they can be a pain in the ass.
My name's Eric Strecker. I'm a sergeant with the Highway Patrol.
Okay.
I'm off duty because
They're dealing with you. Roll down the window so I can talk to you, because I can't communicate through a window.
That's as far as I'd like to roll it down.
It's not even down.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Three
I'm
cops.
gonna be very honest and tell you how this
So
is gonna
unnecessary.
Go down, okay?
Yeah,
They
he
need to get
shouldn't
some
have
information
kids.
From you, so
They
can
have
write,
no right
Hold
to.
on, just listen. This is my turn. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go. Okay.
Sure.
They're gonna write you a ticket, and that's all this is. Can you put so I can just? I need to have eye communication. What's all I'm doing? Just don't keep it in my face.
Yeah.
So. All he wants to do
It's
is write
still
you a
in his
ticket.
face.
If you can't do
This
that,
dude's
this is
the
I'm
most
just being very honest.
disrespectful
We're gonna have to break
asshole
the window
ever.
and get in and take you out, and then you have to go to jail.
Yeah.
This is your choice right now. This is not something I want to do. You're not cooperating. We've given you every opportunity we can.
I haven't broken any law.
Yes, he has.
Do you want me to break your window right now or not?
Do you have a warrant?
We don't need a warrant right now. Let's break the window so we can get in and get them out. This is
Film
this
this.
is your choice right now.
No, it isn't my choice.
Watch
Don't
yourself.
It is
break my
his
vehicle.
choice.
Door's going down.
Don't
Watch
break my
yourself.
window.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Block
Don't break
yourself.
My window. You will be sued for breaking my window.
I'm breaking your window, and you're going to get drug out, and you're going to jail.
You have no warrant.
I'm giving you one more chance, and this is it. And I'm breaking
Just
your
for a
window.
ticket.
That's all there is to it.
Well, you're going to violate my rights
Okay, then I'm violating your rights if that's what you think I'm doing. I'm not going to get in an argument back and forth with you.
Don't break the window.
Break it.
This is my property.
We do not
Please
consent to
don't
any
break
searches or seizures. Show us a warrant, we'll open up.
You don't have to consent to searches and seizures. This guy's an idiot.
Just wait a second.
If you show me
He's
a warrant,
actually
I'll let you
stupid
search
as hell.
the entire vehicle.
I don't want to search your vehicle. I want you to put your little driver's license out the window, and then that way you can do it. If I'm doing this, you're going to go to jail.
The officers break the window and arrest both Mr. Feynman and his 20-year-old son, Vincent. The minor in the vehicle faced no charges. Mr. Feynman went to court in Truckee and was convicted of obstructing or resisting an officer by using threats or force,
an off-duty officer
to obey
too.
the lawful order of an officer, and refusing to comply with an inspection.
And
Mr. Feynman
he
was sentenced
provided
to
the
12 days
evidence
in the
for the
Nevada
case
County
against
jail
him.
and 30 hours of community service, and his son was sentenced to 4 days in jail and 20 hours of community service.
I think
Overall,
more people
Mr.
need
Feynman
punishments
gets
like
an F
that today.
for being grossly misinformed on the intricacies of the Fourth Amendment and constitutional law
I
as
like
a
that
whole,
one. I
subjecting
don't
his
usually
family
go
to a
on Reddit,
potentially dangerous encounter with police officers to illustrate a petty and ignorant interpretation of individual
shan't
rights,
inspect
and for giving the constitutional activism community a bad reputation
Yes.
by
Watches
engaging
too
in
much
poorly
YouTube,
planned and
consumes too
executed
much
acts
social
of
media.
rebellion. As an activist, it is your duty to fully
I had a house party once where the cops showed up because there were so many people, and I had 3 or 4 people telling me, Clayton, you don't have to let them in. They need a warrant to come in, man. You just keep the door locked and that's it. And I said, guess what? We don't own this house. We rent it. We don't. That means the landlord owns it, and the landlord would be the one to give permission. People have always been this stupid. It's ridiculous. Because I was back in like late high school. If you have apples in your car, my dude, yeah, for real. They just wanted to see what was there, to make sure that no like ticks and stuff were going across state lines. People are dumb.